Hi everybody, welcome to kdmoonchild's world. I'm Katie, kind of the absent one lately. I'm sorry I haven't been doing very many live streams and things. I've been being very creative, learning how to do a new medium is a lot of fun, and you see bits and pieces of it all back here of what I've been creating. And anyway, that's not what you came here for. Anyway, welcome. We come here today to take a look at our current situation, see if we can find some solutions instead of just drawing a lot of attention to the problem. You know, we hear the problems every day, every hour, from hour to hour. They change, and this is a place to come for some calm, some solutions. Maybe a seed will be planted that'll make you think a little differently, or seed will be planted that will make you realize that's the solution you're looking for. So either way, welcome. We start, first of all, of course, this is for entertainment purposes only. I make no absolute promises. We're having fun here. Anyway, so yeah, see, I've been being creative. For entertainment purposes only, as usual. So let's begin. We start over here in the far left. This is our current situation over here. If you're looking at this from my point of view, this is the west. So we're going to start on the west. We get the Rainmaker in medicine position. Yeah, our weather's been upside down. Especially since the full moon. And around the time of the full moon. Odd things happening, weather-wise, nature-wise. Gaia sure is working hard to balance, isn't she? Very, very hard. As we're looking at... this is a gorgeous card. Here, in my neck of the woods, we've gotten a lot more rain this year, but nowhere near enough. It all fell in California before it got here. And this card is saying, if you do a rain dance, if you pray for rain, whatever you do, be careful what you ask of Gaia, because she's liable to give it to you in spades right now. She's balancing. She's trying to heal the damage. I just heard that loud and clear. She's trying to heal the damage that we have done to her, and if it's uncomfortable for us, so be it. We're the perpetrators. We're the ones who have victimized this place where we live. So when you pray for rain, make sure you know how you're praying and what you're praying for. And keep your focus there. Keep your focus on maybe healing Gaia, because she is definitely going through it. Just like we're going through it, you know, emotionally, physically. The changes that we have been through as a society, as a community, the last 3 years is monumental. And we're ready for the rain to fall and to cleanse us. But right now, it's like we're standing on our head or our hands. You hold this card up for you right side up so you can see how beautiful she is. Look at this card. Isn't that kind of like where we want to be? But all this sparks out here at the edges of her wings. All that light is connected to the full moon we had here. It's coming straight out of her fingers even. But it's upside down. Because we are upside down. So, what is our goal for this? We need to honor our sacred contract. Before we were born, before we came here, we signed a very long and detailed scroll of our lives. That scroll was the contract where you agreed to put on whatever mask was needed to take you through this journey. Now let me hold the card up close to you for you. Through this journey, seeing the stars? Seeing the jar? Looks like there's a cloud maybe. But see, you signed this. This is your covenant to be here and to be alive. I apologize for the flash. This is a sacred contract you have entered into. And you know this. You just want to be able to fulfill it. We just want the opportunity to do the things we signed up to do and not be blocked with a negative resistance. We want to be able to live and learn what we're here for. Each one of us has some special reason we're here. But if we're all focused over here in what the weather is going to do, that changes like a politician's attitude, you there's a subliminal, there's a not so subtle message in there. Quit standing on your head to try to figure out the next step. This is what our next step is. This is what matters. This is what you came here for. If you do not honor this and fulfill this, you get to come back and repeat it all again. May not be it won't be exactly the way it happened this time. You won't know the difference. And if you do know the difference, you'll just think, oh, is that the mandala effect? Because I seem to remember it differently once. Stop and think about what you have done so far in your life. It's all adds up to something. Even if it's been major changes in your life. Even if you've restarted, quote unquote, started your life over again more than once. Each time you've done that, you have just grown, expanded, and fulfilled another check mark on this sacred contract. It's when you do nothing and wait out of fear or doubt or whatever. This just stays kind of rolled up and you're stuck in a jar. It's not a Bible anymore. Look, a Bible. Bubble. It's not a bubble anymore. It's a jar, but look at this jar's kind of square. It's not a round jar. At least in my observation, looks like it has corners. So it's no longer a bubble. Our bubble is inside the jar. Look at that in there. Okay. What we're going through right now, we signed up to go through. We chose to be here at this time, at this minute. And this card is a reminder of that. This card is saying, this is where you need to focus. This is where we need to be. So how do we get there? How do we get from being upside down and worried about everything, including the weather, to realizing, oh yeah, I signed up for this. Stop being so afraid. Stop being so afraid. Is the unknown really that unknown? If it is, we need a map to get us through this. Now, I apologize, I haven't told you the name of the decks. This is the Mystical Shaman deck by Colette Baron Reid. All three of these decks are by Colette Baron Reid. This is the Shaman Dream Oracle deck, and this is the Enchanted Map. Let's have a map on how to get there. You need to come out of the deep freeze. Even if you're up north, some of my beautiful, wonderful friends in Canada, where you're still getting snow and cold, understand. You're going to be coming out of this deep freeze. See all this misty, foggy in the background back here? It's because it's melting from underneath. This lion is thawing out because his paw is in the water that is no longer frozen. The symbolism in this card is powerful. I also don't know if you noticed, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I get the synchronicity. It's not the numbers individually, it's the steps to take. The lion is us. This is our community. We are strong. You can try and freeze us out. You can try and melt us. But we're here and we're strong, and we will stand up for what we believe in. Even if you call it an agenda, it's not an agenda. Where you keep trying to put us in the deep freeze so you can control when to take us out and show us off and when to put us back in, we aren't putting up with anymore. So to stand your ground, it's cold. All right, it's the weather. You know what? This too shall pass. You could be like where I am, where we are really getting concerned, so concerned about water that we're asking the federal government to intervene. Kind of interesting, huh? So we can be all concerned about the weather. We can be concerned about inflation. We can be all concerned about what is going to happen in Congress. We can be all concerned about who said what, when, where, and all that stuff. But just understand, they're trying to freeze you out. That energy is trying to freeze you out. And it only works as long as you let it. Look, you as this lion, in your strength and your courage and your loving, kind heart, this isn't freezing, because this beautiful, warm, alive being is asleep with his paw in the water. Keep apart. Well, thank you, Spirit. Things that are going to be coming up this week are not going to be fun to hear. More revelations. But understand, as long as you keep at least one part of you in the flow, you go through it like a dream. And during that dream, you'll clearly see your contract. You know where hey, jump that one. Do you know where this is stored? This is stored in your Akashic records. So if you want to look at this, you can. You want to see what you signed up for? You won't get to see the future, but you can see what you signed up for in the past, so you can see how it relates to what is happening in the future. Learn about the Akashic records. Learn more about whatever you're curious about. Don't just accept what I tell you or somebody else tells you. Look it up yourself. Go deep inside yourself. Ask yourself, because that's where the answers are. That's what you signed up for. I want to have a clarifier card on this Rainmaker who's upside down. The upside down weather. And for that, I'm using the One World Tarot by Lena Rodriguez and Sienna Rose. This is a wonderful deck. Can you please clarify the Rainmaker, please? What can you tell us about our part in weather? Our part in natural things being kind of upside down right now. Please tell us. I got the Five of Swords. Well, everybody else is walking away like things are over. Don't be afraid to be the one left picking up the pieces. That's your strength. And it does feel like everybody else is walking away, leaving us to pick up the pieces. We're all the victors here. So we all need to be a part of the healing, not just be a part of the battle. And it is time for us to pick up the pieces. Can you give me a clarifier card on the map, please? On the deep freeze. What does it mean? Are we being frozen out? Is that the goal? What do you mean by this beautiful warm lion asleep in the deep freeze? Whoa, that card jumped right out. Tundra, okay. Understand. We're the magician. We have all of our tools. It's all within our grasp. No matter what they throw, no matter what you hear, you're in control. You're in control of your destiny. You're connected to spirit, and you're connected to the earth. You know the truth. You've planted your sword from battle into the ground, where it is growing into something new. And it's growing out of where everything is being paid for, from the money sources. So look at everything with love. Love is what is keeping you warm. What else can you clarify for us on the covenant? What do we need to know about our personal sacred contracts? Wow, this card just flipped sideways. Seven of Pentacles. Take a look at what you've planted in your life. Take a look at what you've accomplished in your life. What seeds have you planted? What are you ready to harvest? And whatever is not ready to harvest, take the seeds that you have. From the last harvest, it is time to plant again in the barren sections of the earth. It is time to plant and be awakened. Wow. So that's a part of all of our sacred contracts. We have to help this planet heal. We have to help her find balance again. And how can we do that when we obviously have a chakra blocked? And I flipped it over by accident a while ago. This is the Kaleidodope Swatches of Chakra deck by Crystal Banner. And really? Yeah, I kind of been feeling that, all this toxic masculinity and all these women trying to tell other women how they should think and be, and what's feminine and what it means to be a wife. And you know what? Here's what I hear loud and clear about sexual energy. Mind your own business. Please. This is your sacral chakra. That's your gut, you guys. Well, just below it. Just above what you sit on. It's the center for your creativity, your pleasure, your sensuality, your sexual health, your relationships, and healing. And it's telling us here we're out of whack in the sexual energy department. So that means when this is all balanced, you have confidence because your libido's healthy. And you're not afraid to explore new passions. You know, don't just stick with the same old, same old. Have some fun. And when it's balanced, you're connected to your feelings. You're also connected to everybody you love's feelings. And you're really open and capable and willing to developing intimate connections with others. You want to know what love really is, you young folks? It has nothing to do with sex. But it's a great way to get you there. Okay? Because of that connection with others, you enjoy life. You have a confidence that only comes with doing what is natural. But no, what we're hearing, that's out of balance. It's upside down. So that's the opposite of having confidence. You've got dependency issues. Are you automatically looking for someone else to save you from your situation? Are you dependent on outside forces for your harvest without planting new seeds and doing the work? It's not working for you. And because it's not working for you, your libido is really low. It's like, why, I don't really think I can, yeah, right, okay. Commit to somebody else, or even for an evening. When your sacral chakra is out of balance, so are your emotions. And you have a tendency to lean into possible addictions, or maybe even a resurfacing of addictions, because you are filled with negative energy and overwhelming yourself with sadness. Now, you heard me say overwhelming yourself with sadness. And that's mainly because you're just not motivated. You don't care. You're full of lethargy. It's like, I've been standing on my head over here and I can't control the weather. I can't control what's going on around me. I'm trying to help pick up the pieces, but these fools are walking away. I'm trying to honor my contract with the earth and with the universe to grow what I am supposed to grow and how I personally am supposed to grow for the next harvest, and to have confidence in that. Because I may be in the deep freeze right now, but it's okay, because I'm the magician. I have all the tools I need. Now that's a balanced sacral chakra. Okay? So to balance this, the stones you can use, the crystals you can use are carnelian, which is a dark reddish orange, right? Sunstone, which is kind of similar. I've got one of these is kind of similar. Got a fire like a sunstone in it. And orange calcite, goldstone, and tangerine quartz. If you can think of any other stones that are an orange color, that appear to be somewhat see-through, except for the sunstone and the goldstone. Well, carnelian isn't transparent either. Anyway, Those are all very easy to get your hands on. Very easy to get, very easy to buy. Now, for affirmations for you, for the 369 portion, say it 3 times a day in the morning, say it 3 times at lunchtime or midday when you're replenishing and recharging your body. Say that 6 times. And then in the evening or at nighttime when you go to bed, say this 9 times. I am passionate. I have healthy boundaries. I love and respect my body because my sexuality is sacred. I feel pleasure and abundance because it's a part of my covenant to be here to feel all of this. My goodness. Wow. Okay, Spirit. Let's find out what Gaia wants to tell us about all of this. You know, about us and our sacred agreement. And honoring it with confidence because we are the magician. They can't freeze us out. Stop worrying about the weather. Wow, what a beautiful card. Turn that up so you can see her. She's telling us to pray. She's saying, connect with me in prayer, and I will tell you personally your part. This is not something you can get from a reading, a medium, a psychic, an astrologer. This is something you can only get from Gaia. So pray, open yourself completely, feel your feet grounded to the soil, and ask to connect to her. Tell her you have the passion of whatever veil she wants you to wear. And you're ready because it's springtime. You're ready for the newness. And you are no longer afraid. You are a little guarded. But in a way, that guarding is also a hug. She's telling us to hug ourselves in prayer, to connect to her, and she will tell you the secrets of your sacred covenant. This is one way to understand the Akashic Records. Keep hearing Akashic Records so loud in this. So we're going to lay her on her side. Two card is love. Love. It's kind of interesting. Look, a 2, a 2, a 2, a 2. I find this really fascinating. We have a 7 of Pentacles on a Covenant 7 card. Maybe when you do connect here, when you do get the chance to take a look at your contract, take a look at line item 7. Oh. Take a look at line item 7. Therein is the payoff. 7. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Ancestors, angels and ancestors, please tell us, how do we find that balance between a completely open heart and being a little guarded? This is The Angels and Ancestors by Kyle Gray. Oh, and this, I'm sorry, is the Earthcraft Oracle deck. Okay. Oh, okay. And that makes perfect sense. Actually, thank you. It really makes perfect sense. The broken arrow, it's not the broken arrow, it is the arrow. What we are supposed to do here. This is the north. We are protected in the south. We're protected by our prayers and by guarding ourselves. This is how we do this. We connect to Gaia and our sacred covenant by using the tool we have that you like to use, whether it's the reflective sword, whether it's planting the rod, whether it's purchasing it, or just feeling it. Surround yourself with this energy. You're protected. It's okay. Stop your worrying. Stop worrying. No matter which direction you look, north, south, east, west, it's a piece of an arrow. It's also a shield. Do not fight with your shield and your arrows. Just hold them. Hold space with them as a part of your protection. Connect to arrow energy. Connect to the energy of the north. And pray with a completely open heart. Wow. Okay. That was a reading or what? Goodness. I'm going to have fun digesting this too. Actually going to leave this sitting here for a while today. I want to come back and look at it more than once today and see what else I get. You know, if you would like to, I would really love to see if there's a particular card that speaks to you in this reading today, or if a part of the reading or the whole thing. I would like to know what you get out of these cards. What do you see here? What is it that you're hearing from your spirit guides and your spirit team that maybe we should know? So please tell us. Put it in the comments. I read all my comments, and I absolutely do my very best to at least acknowledge that you wrote something by giving it the heart. More often than not, though, I will respond. I respond to you. It's all a part of that personal connection that's just as important to me. There's no reason for me to be here if I don't have a personal connection with y'all. So, I'm going to send you all on your way, but before that, I did pull a Therapet's card so that you understand this week we're going to have a lot of information thrown at us. as we start getting into trials and in more indictments, things are going to be coming out as the fight begins to really get going. It's revving up, and I just want you all to be prepared. So the Therapet deck tells us to empower ourselves, because you're not going to exceed at everything you try. Succeed. If I could read, it would be nice. You're not going to succeed at everything you try, and that's okay. You're not supposed to. There's no lesson to be learned in everything if you're good at everything you try. How do you alter something to make it better? How do you learn how to go, oh, wait, 2 and 2 isn't 5 or 3. It is actually 4. And know that, it's okay. It's okay. We aren't intended to be experts in all things. Just when you feel that creative pulse to try something new, go for it. Bubbles and all. I mean, this thing was fun to do, but there's mistakes and bubbles in it all over the place. That's okay. It's pretty. And it's a coaster. It's to catch my condensation that's going to be happening here in a couple of months. So yeah, it is weather, but it's not. Here's the backside. So that's even pretty. I've never done this. I've been working at this. We're going into 3 weeks now. No, just 2 weeks. So I am having a great time being creative, trying something I've never done anything like before, and it's exciting. Hey, this is a scrap piece. This is made from scrapped leftovers from that mandala I just showed you. It's a pendant. Yes, I will eventually be making these things for you to sell, for me to sell. Now see the mistake in this? I love this. I get to point out my boo-boos to you. That piece of glitter wasn't supposed to be in there. It's purple, and this is supposed to be all about pink and the cellophane that's in there. That's all right, because we really got it good here. Formed a giant bubble on this one side. But it's all right because it's still adhered on the back side to the cellophane. And where the bubble is, kind of looks like a piece of druzy or something. So, it's happy accidents that make life fun. Here you go. I pointed this out a while ago. You've got opalescence in there. So much fun. And it's just dark. And see, it's not much different on the back. You've got this one. This one I'm keeping for me. I will be wearing this. I, for some reason, just really love it. And see, they're substantial, pretty thick too. I started with these runes. Whoop. This one. And that was just playing around just to see what the different things would do. And then I mixed too much dark in so that you can't see the purple glitter that is supposed to be in there. And then there's this mold. This mold I'm looking forward to making several of. I have a coaster, but look at that. You see that? There you go. Look at that. That's in the mold. I can use whatever color I need to. I don't know if it has to be dark, like the purple I've used. This is just, once again, just dump a bunch of leftovers in there just to see what this will do. I have the coaster set that goes with this. So I'm really excited to, probably going to do that this afternoon. Going to make me some coasters. We'll find out. There's 4 of them. We'll do a couple in the dark. We'll do one in dark, one in light, one in clear, and one somewhere in the middle. Anyway, hey, you guys, if you get the urge, the whole point I'm showing you these things, you get the urge to do something super creative that you have never tried but always wondered about, go for it. Do it. I mean, it's fun. And if you aren't good at it, learn what you did that you screwed up and fix it and try it again. Because it's all okay. Be kind to one another this week. We're going to need each other, really. We need to support each other as a community, as neighbors, and as fellow human beings. Be kind to yourself most of all, because if you can't recharge and be kind to yourself, you're not going to be able to help very many people or living things. If you're an animal lover, animal rescuer, or whatever, take care of you first, please. And come back and see me again. If you like to, subscribe and hit the bell if you're new here. If you're one of my subscribers, thank you for being here and sticking with me through another long video. But we always got to check this on our Saturdays. So have a wonderful weekend, you guys. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much for being here.